Superfad, Mindfulness in the NZ Defence Force. Soldiers quickly learned how to physically stand at attention, but only recently have experts considered the benefits of mindfulness in order to keep their minds at attention. The New Zealand Defence Force, NZDF, incorporates mindfulness practices as part of what it refers to as a broader holistic program based on the T-WH model of well-being. Mindfulness is a form of meditation, first practiced in Buddhism and now associated with mental well-being. Broadly speaking, it's used to focus the mind on the present. T-WH model, used by the NZDF, is a Ministry of Health endorsed Amori well-being practice, based on the four cornerstones of health: physical, spiritual, family and mental. NZDF personnel executive, and senior Air Force psychologist, Wing Commander Maurice Jennings would not elaborate on the extent of the New Zealand military's mindfulness training, or the effects of using mindfulness. But Jennings did say the training was routinely provided to all military personnel as part of their initial induction training. It was also provided to personnel at various points during their career, including in preparation for overseas deployments into conflict zones. It is but one tool of many taught to improve how our soldiers, sailors and airmen cope with the challenges and stresses of military life and operations, Jennings said. On behalf of the New Zealand government, the NZDF is required to place its people in challenging environments, and we expect our people to adapt and continue to perform. Research on mindfulness shows it helps people reduce stress and manage emotion, and improves focus and attention. This secular application of mindfulness in a conflict zone, and to keep military personnel focused, seems at odds with its pacifist, Buddhist roots. Pacifist roots. Ajahn Kozo, a monk at the Bodhinyarama Monastery in Lower Hutt, said some people might have concerns about this use of mindfulness, but he did not. One of the aspects of the mindfulness movement is that the military uses it, how to more mindfully kill your enemy, without suffering guilt and recriminations. Surely it's going to be a better thing to have happier, healthier soldiers. That they can be more focused and concentrated when they pull the trigger, he said. The implications, as with so many technologies, like nuclear, you can build a bomb or cure cancer, that just seems to be the way of the world. Mindfulness for kids. T-WH is also a key element of the locally developed and researched mindfulness program, Pause, Breathe, Smile, used in schools around the country. Grant Ricks, co-founder of Mindfulness Education Group, which delivers the program, said mindfulness techniques also boosted children's well-being and helped reduce teacher stress in the classroom. Using mindful breathing, the children can allow an emotion to pass before it gets too big and overwhelming, Ricks said. The research A 2010 article from the U.S. Department of Defense touted the benefits of mindfulness for soldiers deployed to Iraq. Army Major Victor I, Deputy Assistant Chief of Staff for Intelligence in 1st Armored Division's General Staff Section, said mental fitness was similar to physical fitness, and a daily routine of mindfulness would help strengthen soldiers' coping mechanisms, making it easier to recognize and react to negative emotions. It would be more effective for soldiers to learn and train mindfulness prior to deployment, since the practice will offer soldiers a means to cope with their mental stress before getting into a high-stress environment. However, practicing the meditation on a regular basis will help anyone, no matter where they are. U.S. researchers have also examined the effects of mindfulness meditation as a means to deal with post-traumatic stress disorder in military personnel. One study found 49% of veterans reported a dramatic reduction in the PTSD symptoms after weekly mindfulness-based therapy, compared with 28% of their peers who received other treatments. And in 2015, the U.S. Army Medical Research and Materiel Command funded research at the University of Miami, which found mindfulness training ahead of deployment could bolster a soldier's resilience of cognitive capacities, which were at risk of degradation in high-stress environments, like conflict zones. Lead author Amishi Jha said mindfulness training might be one way to keep a soldier's mind at attention, with off-task thinking occupying up to half of all waking hours. Growing evidence suggested off-task mind-wandering could result in performance lapses, which could be a significant source of risk in the combat zone, and training to promote a mind at attention had become a priority when it came to resiliency training in the Defense Force, Jha said.